confirms FS.
Get this field done. One more out of the way, right?
I got the same thing that you got. Internet connection.
I'm planting my Wheaties. I hear it's the breakfast of champions.
Uh-oh. And I thought Cheerios was the best.
Well, considering its representative was Bruce Transgender, I wonder what kind of champions know. I wonder what that box of Wheaties is worth now. I sold one to a buddy of mine, Nate. I ran into a box of Wheaties with Bruce Transgender on it. About 6 years ago. Maybe 7 years ago at the most. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it. I sold it to my buddy Nate. Wah, wah, wah.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, I got one viewer so far. Me. And one comment. Me. Alright, let's get this harvester going back to work.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. I guess Lucas took off. I guess he said good morning and see you later. Bye. He has his name backwards this time. I didn't recognize it at first.
Yeah, because I was telling Reinhardt last night on he did me a favor for me to send you a message.
He did more than send a message. He came into the stream and told me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. He did you a solid.
Because I couldn't even get a message or anything.
Yeah, you were all messed up, huh?
Messed up wasn't the word for it.
I hear you.
I could play my stuff, but certain things I couldn't do on my PlayStation. But I still could play some games.
Yeah, my internet goes out. My PlayStation 4 is useless to me because everything I got is online.
Your farming's not online.
Huh?
Your farming isn't online.
No, but if I want to stream, it is.
Yeah.
Alright. this is gonna be canola, no doubt. I finally got all my plowing done. I bought a new field yesterday.
Cool.
Combined it into the other field. So I mean, now took me a long time, man. I had streamed 3 hours last night to get through that. But I wanted to get it done, you know. I didn't want to have to come back and face it again. And then I forgot today was Saturday. But no one ever accused me of being great anyhow, so it's all good, right? You still there?
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere.
Okay. Thought I might have lost you for a second there. So tomorrow the Buccaneers play, and then next week is the playoffs start. And I guess it's going to be Ohio and Alabama at the National Conference Championships, huh?
Yeah.
What happened to your Bulldogs, man?
I don't know. I really don't watch them. The only bulldog I got is the pit bull I got here beside me. He's doing fine, as far as I'm
There you go.
Beans the Steelers messed up.
Don't they say that a lot down there, though? How about them dogs?
I really haven't been following any football whatsoever. It's not my bag anymore for one simple reason.
Yeah, I hear you. Me neither, man. My buddy was just asking me tonight if I watch any sports, and I said, not really. It's for children, man. Next field is 25, right on the side of me. Dun, dun, dun. That's nice.
See if I get a response from him. Yeah, I laid down this afternoon. I mean, this evening for a little bit, and next thing I know, I woke up, looked at the clock. Let's go, shit. 20 minutes after the fact. And I bet he's wondering where I'm at. Didn't even hear my alarm go off.
That happens to the best of us, Charles.
Of course. I'm going to take a little walk out here, disconnect my controller, grab myself a cup, and get some coffee. I'll take you along with me. Grab the creamer. fresh pot of coffee.
Ain't much like that. You're making me a little jealous, man.
I'll send a cup your way.
Thanks. Maybe I can get my wife to make me a cup.
Jonathan, lurking in the background.
Alright, let me see. Where is that going? Transport company. Where is that? World, okay.
Alright.
This place is gonna be fun to try to get into with this big old truck. That's for sure.
I should have came in the other way. Sure don't want corn. I mean, what? Canola. What's the matter, Betsy?
You remember that movie, Benji?
Yeah.
That where you got the dog's name from?
Actually, I was taking names, off of a post, and Lionheart who had suggested Benji, but first he suggested Nemo. I said no. Nemo ain't going in the
Nemo.
hat. No. Nemo never made it into the hat. I wasn't naming my dog after a fish.
Right.
And had a whole, I think had about 12 or 13 names in the hat. Had Gino pull a name out of the hat. That's what we could, and whatever name was pulled out of the hat, that's what we would name him. And he accepted the name.
And you pulled out Benji?
Yep.
Wow. What was some of the other candidates?
Some of the other candidates was, oh man, we're going back a year now. Just
Scrappy Doo?
here.
Scrappy Doo.
There was a bunch of names. I can't even remember any of the
Flipper?
names. No.
Flipper.
That. I know there was
Mr.
one.
Ed?
No.
Mr. Cujo.
That was mentioned. Said, no, I don't think I want that name.
I've never seen a dog named Cujo after that movie.
No, I don't either. I haven't heard of any animal being called that after it either.
Guess that movie freaked everyone right out, huh?
Especially when it was a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, that's a big dog, man.
And I didn't know how affectionate and loving pit bulls were.
They're nanny dogs.
Right.
I mean, that's what the Little Rascals had with them. That was a pit bull. I mean, it's a perfect dog if you want to keep people honest around your children.
Yep.
Oh. I could have made it around that. But I was paying attention to my map, not to the road. Watch the road, boy. The road.
And stop your gawking around.
Exactly.
That gawking around, it gets you in trouble every time.
Well, I'm getting rich. I now have no debt and over $250,000 in cash after buying a $300,000 piece of land.
That's cheap.
Yeah, they don't have any expensive land on Sosnovka. It's not, the land's not big enough.
Here on
Any
Eureka
one
Farm,
piece is relatively cheap.
If you get one for that price, you'll be lucky.
Not here in Alabama. I can get 150 acres for that price. What's up, Jeffrey? Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Always like when people are doing good.
Yeah, all the time, Jeffrey. All the time.
Go Rams! Go Bucks! $279,000 in cash, bro.
Speaking of cash, there we go. Okay.
Where the heck am I? Okay, I know where I am. Oh, do I? Where the heck am I? Oh, okay. Now I know where I am. Yeesh.
But you do get lost on your own map?
Oh, it's South Africa, man. I get lost all the time. It's easy to get turned around on this map.
That frog came back out of the woodwork again.
Guy asked me the other day if I had no very often. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I said I had no all the time. Just sounds like no, please, no, no, please.
Cool.
Well, we haven't seen Liam in a long time. I wonder how he's doing.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, man. I haven't seen Liam in probably 2-3 months.
Oh, hi there, Betsy. Now you trying to make me uncomfortable. Huh. I see how you are.
He's like trying. This ain't a challenge.
He wins every time.
Hands down, no questions asked. Yeah, it looks like I'm ready to roll. Speed up time slowly so I can smoke part of a cigarette. Quick save.
Alright. See where we're at here. Ooh. Might need some repair work.
So I made spaghetti sauce today. Took me 6 hours, a little over 6 hours.
Good Lord.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
Good thing I make 5 gallons at a time. Gonna be a little while before I have to make it again. Hey, Pops, how yous doing, huh? How yous doing?
That's a little better.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab these guys some dog food.
Alright.
I'll be right back. Man, it's getting cold out there. Man. Messing with my cigarette time. Whoa, that's cold. Cold on. Alright, man, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Everyone always welcomes my back, never my front. Hey, good to see y'all, bad. Sorry you gotta go so soon. Come back when you can't stay longer. Come back when you can't. Why look who's back. It's all bad, all bad, all bad. Sorry to see you gotta go so soon, all bad. That's from the Looney Tunes. Why look who's back. Why it's Billy. Remember the goat that eats everything?
Yep. We was watching Tom and Jerry tonight on the Looney Tunes Return.
Talking Tom and Jerry or non-talking Tom and Jerry?
Non-talking.
Yeah, that's the good ones. I mean, I guess the other ones are okay, I guess, you know, if you're an imbecile. Alright, let's speed this clock up a little bit more. What the heck just happened there? My fire went out. I ain't tolerating that.
the funny thing about the whole situation, grown men watching cartoons.
Grown men knowing a football player on every team, but not knowing who the superintendent at a kid's school is.
Wow. Good lordy.
Two grown men getting into a fight over a football game.
Really?
That happens every weekend. Guaranteed. Probably 1,000 times every weekend. Alright, it's almost morning here. Another hour and the sun will start coming up. I should have this whole game on real time. We come in, I just stand there for 2 hours.
Wow.
Come in the next time, just stand there another 2 hours. Plowing should be done, but I better check to make sure. Yeah, plowing is done. Okay. I got all the fields.
What's my spot count?
I plowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fields in 4 hours. Harvested and plowed. That's some small fields.
Yeah. Sounds small.
Welcome to Southern Africa.
I think the smallest field on this map, if I'm not mistaken.
Smallest field on Southern Africa is so small it's not worth harvesting. It's not worth planting. I mean, I got it right at the beginning of the game and never planted it one time. That's how small it is.
Well, according
Hey,
to
you
what
pick it up, even in wheat, you got like 10,000 liters.
That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
I think the smallest field I got is probably right around 13, 14 acres.
Yeah, this thing is like 3 acres at the most.
If you want small fields, go to Montana. Now, there's some small fields.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think in a big state like that, they'd have big fields.
Well, we're talking about a map on FS19.
Oh, okay.
It's called Montana. Mostly forestry.
But Montana is the Badlands anyhow. The land's not so great for anything.
Well, you got the Williamson brothers. You got Welkers. You got a couple others. That's in Montana.
Still called the Badlands.
I thought it was big sky country.
And the Badlands.
I thought the Badlands were in North Dakota.
That's not so great either. Where would you think the most fertile farmland in the United States is?
Hmm. I know it sure isn't Florida.
No, it sure isn't, and you should know where it is.
Probably in Alabama.
Nope. We have the second most on the Black Belt where I live, but it's not the most fertile. There's a place that's even more fertile than here in America.
That can't be California.
Nope. It's the Quaker Lands in Pennsylvania.
Oh, oh, really? Central
Never,
Pennsylvania.
no pesticides ever.
I know.
That's why. I only have one field this time. Woohoo! This is gonna go fast. How's that? A square dance. Somebody yelled, "It's a hoedown." And I was ready to go.
Hmm.
But when I looked over, apparently my girlfriend fell.
Oh, lordy. That's why it's a hoedown. Okay. Here, I thought we were talking about a gardening implement.
Oh, my second girlfriend was bad, bro. Oh, is she bad? I might start thinking about getting the equipment to do sunflowers. After I buy new equipment, because I've only got 9 hours, 8.5 hours left on my harvester, and like 4 hours each on my tractors, and that's $1 million, you know?
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me
I never
wrong,
did understand that, why they do it, had to have it set up like that.
well, technically, vehicles would all be about 10 years old at that point. So, I mean, it's accurate, you know what I mean? Because that's about the
Yeah.
time you'd want to replace them. I mean, they're 10 years old.
I see a lot of farmers using 50, 60-year-old tractors still.
Yeah, but there's maintenance issues with them.
Well, of course.
Right. Well, you can keep your tractors and your harvesters and everything. They just start costing more in maintenance.
And probably finding the part for it, too.
And they don't have a such thing as antiques in this game, so...
No, they just have classics.
Right. I mean, it's not like you can keep your harvester and, you know, keep
Right?
it for, you know, 100 sessions. It becomes worth more because it's an antique. It just doesn't fly in this game.
just imagine what the price of a steam engine would cost in reality.
A steam engine tractor?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they even have any left.
Oh, they still have them.
I bet you it's not as expensive as you think. Probably 20 grand.
Hmm.
Yeah, I bet you it's not as expensive because they're not practical. You know what I mean? It's just a wall hanger for all essential purposes. You know, it's like buying an antique gun that, you know, is dangerous to fire. Yeah, if it was all in perfect working order, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be worth a little bit more, but the fact is that gun's still going to be dangerous to fire, so it's a wall hanger. You know, and same
Right.
thing with the steam tractor. It's just going to be dangerous to
It's just
fire up, not just because of its
right.
age, but because they were dangerous to begin with.
Right.
Now you got a person that's never run them, you know what I mean, doesn't have the practical experience with them. The odds of that burner blowing up, man, pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking 20 grand, you can get one. Could be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm probably pretty close to the
Well,
bubble.
if it's fully restored, it's probably worth more than 20.
I don't think so, because there's still wall hangers. The only
John
places that are
Brock, how you
practical
doing
for
this
them is
on this
museums.
fine morning? Happy New Year and everything else.
I bet you can get one in working order, fully restored for 20 grand. Somewhere between 20 and 35. 35 on the high end. I mean, that's a lot of money still, bro, for something you're never going to be able to use.
I'm always going to be playing 19. Every now and then I'll jump back to 17, but most of it's going to be
Well, that
19.
kind of nullifies always. I always do it until I don't.
I love my John Deere tractors.
Yep, a lot of people with you, man.
See where that harvester's at. He's starting to get low on fuel. 125,000 liters. And the little bit of field left. And that field had no fertilization on it whatsoever either when I bought that field. So the numbers should jump up after I get the soil fixed. It's coming up on 1900. 8 more minutes and we'll be at 1900, and then another hour to go before I head for the house, sleep overnight, wake up the next morning, and do it all over again.
Yay. So exciting.
Yeah, so thrilling. The funny thing is, I sleep through the night. For some other reason, it's like sleeping through the night, period. Like a blink of an eye.
Oh,
Never once thought 10 hours would fly by so quick.
Tiny!
Hi, Tiny.
Evening, gents.
Good evening, man. How you doing, buddy?
Good evening. Good morning.
Yeah, whatever time of the day it is.
Somewhere around there.
I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. I'm so bored.
Oh. I've only been doing that for 20 years. Talking to my buddy's wife today, and I looked at her and I said, you know, I was as bright as a dull pencil in my 20s. You don't think it got better in time, do you?
Oh, Lordy.
Nice.
She's a social democrat. Oh, the exact of what I hate. Yeah. And he's a conservative Republican. What's the odds?
How's that work?
Good, huh?
I don't know, man. I don't know if they're doomed or not. You know, somebody's gonna have to give somewhere, or else that marriage is doomed. Because you know that's just a big war waiting to happen, right?
Oh yeah, eventually.
I mean, my mom's a socialist Democrat. We don't get along at all. We don't get along. You can hardly put us in the same room and talk about politics anyhow.
Yeah.
Good night, Jeff. God bless, man. She's a wonderful woman. I mean, we actually get along, don't get me wrong, but not in politics in any way at all.
Yeah.
Oh, she cried when Ronald Reagan got elected.
Wow.
The second time around, I voted for him. That was the first time I could vote. My mom was so mad at me that I voted for him. I was so proud. Had my little sticker on. Got my vote in, Mom! I think he was running against Walter Mondale, if I remember right. Does that sound right to you? Didn't Ronald Reagan run against Walter Mondale the second time around, Charles?
I don't remember. I really didn't. I
think it was Mondale. Well, let me think. The next one after Reagan was Bush. And I think Bush ran against Bob Dole. And then it was Bush I think ran against Mondale too. Also. And then Clinton ran against Bob Dole. And then I think he ran against, I don't know who he ran against the second time. I don't think it was John McCain. I think John McCain only tried one jump. Oh, Mike Dukakis the second time, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Mike Dukakis the second time. Then after Clinton, we had George Bush Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time he ran against, I think Al Gore was the second time. And I'm trying to remember who he ran against the first time. Can't remember who he ran against the first time. Then we had Obama. Obama ran against McCain the second time. I can't remember the first time.
I was in the hospital.
You know who I was wrong? Was the vice president under George Walker Bush. Remember he spelled potatoes wrong? What the hell was his name? Dan. Oh, what the hell was his last name?
You're asking me, I don't have an answer for.
Remember the guy spelled potatoes wrong and it killed him. Dan something or other. That's what I gotta change my last name to, something or other.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ask my kid when he gets to school, what's your last name? You know, all bad something or other.
Wow.
Nice
That's
guy to
pretty-
my kids, huh?
Yeah.
His middle name, his first name, Who Me. Who Me something or other.
Wow.
What do you think, the kid beat my ass when he gets older or what?
I
Maybe.
don't know.
Who, me? Oh, that would be so funny.
Straight up hilarious.
It would be.
Damn, wind's up here tonight.
Don't you get the wind a lot up there in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
Especially considering you're out where there's no trees, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, we're surrounded, our apartment complex is surrounded by nothing but fields.
Right. Nothing to block it. You are the blocker.
Yep.
And you better hope to God it's well insulated.
Doesn't matter, he's not on the first floor. Everyone else is paying for the heat.
Yep. We're on the 3rd floor. We got our thermostat set at 75 and the furnace barely ever kicks on.
Nice. Yay, almost another field down. See my new field yesterday, Tiny?
No.
Yeah, I'll show you when you come in.
I just jumped on your chat. Around your stream.
Bum, 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 bum. You're not on my stream, aren't you?
I just jumped into it.
Oh, okay, hold on. See up there, I tied 10 and 11 together and cut off the corners down at the bottom. Up at the top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I cut the corners off because the harvester's having a hard time with the AI with that sharp point, you know.
You lost a lot of acreage
Leaving
doing
messes.
that.
Yeah, but it was making a big mess, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put garden houses in that acreage. So, it'll make up for it, you know. Right now I'm sitting with, what, 269,000 above what I need.
Nice.
You know, so I got 300,000 on a loan I can pull out still, so. You know, once I replace, because I got, what, almost 12 hours on this harvester. I got 15 hours basically on both my tractors. So, I mean, once I get my equipment out of the way, the next step is going to be buying garden houses. You know, and start getting on that kick. Well, I'm not sure that'll be the next step. I just know that before I buy any more land, really, or anything, I really should replace all my equipment. or have enough money to replace all my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep living that close to the edge. Fired our guns, they kept it coming. Fired once more. Remember that song, The Battle of New Orleans? And they began to run in down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. My favorite songs for the English people, reminding them how much we whooped their butts.
Mm-hmm.
We smacked the crap out of the English so bad in the beginning of the Revolutionary War that they don't talk about, that they had to hire Germans, which at the time were called Haitians, to come fight for them.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened is they marched in, and they marched inland all the way into Concord. And when they got to Concord, they killed some of our people. So we weren't really happy with that, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
So as they were marching down the streets, of course, we didn't have time to put an army together, you know, because it just happened, and then they thought they were just going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wasn't going to fly. So there'd be 4 or 5 men at a farmhouse, you know, each one, couple sons, you know, dad and a couple uncles or whatever, you know, and they would come out and start shooting on the whole army line of them. Well, they might have only killed 10, 12, 15 of them before they got killed. But guess what? When they got to the next farmhouse happened, guess what?
Yeah.
Same thing. You know, and we killed thousands of them that way. Thousands of them. You know, and then we devastated their army so bad that they had to hire Haitians to come fight for them after that.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the only time, though. I think it was 1812. We were attacked again by the English because they were unhappy because we didn't help them fight the Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So they attack us, and they come into Virginia and think that they're going to attack Richmond. Well, just as they come in, a hurricane hits and kills 5,000 of their men.
Okay.
So they back off, go back out to sea. 2 weeks later, make another arrangement to come in. They come in, they burn down Washington, D.C. Guess what happened?
What?
Another hurricane came in and killed 3,500 more. They had to surrender. But we lost Washington, D.C. It had to be rebuilt. James Madison, took to the hills while his wife, Dolly, which if you wonder why she's famous, this is why, she stayed behind and pulled all the pictures out of the White House and stuff that she could get. And that's why we still have that half-finished picture of George Washington, for example. All thanks to Dolly Madison.
Cool.
I mean, they burnt the whole city down to the ground, man. Down to the ground. Alright, let's see what fields are next.
Oh, this feels
I think
about
it's
cultivated.
23. Nope. 19. 20 and 15. Alright. Man, I think I'm just gonna chat with you guys after this field. I don't think I'm gonna do another field tonight.
No?
Nah. I've only got 20 minutes left. Well, around 20 minutes left. And this field's gonna take me at least 45. And it's Saturday. I don't normally stream today anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
What are you running right now, Tiny? You on 19 or 17?
I'm on 19. I had to go do some work on 6 ashes, and then I realized I accidentally deleted my save file, so I had to start the damn thing all over
Oh,
again.
man.
Oh, that's sweet. Sorry to hear that.
It is what it is. I'll harvest the full field of canola I got, and then I'll turn seasons on afterwards.
Right.
Start playing it the way I want to play it. I like the way they start this map out, though. You inherit your grandfather's farm, and you gotta sell all the scrap metal to get your equipment out of the sheds, because it's all buried in the sheds.
Yeah.
And then they start you out with that that little 78 Datsun pickup.
Right.
They start you out with a culti plow.
And this is on New Farmer or what?
Yeah,
what?
this is a new farmer, yep.
Alright. So that's
They
the
give you
easiest level, New Farmer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they start you out with 100K. And you get a bison harvester with a cereal header and a corn header. They give you a Fendt tractor, one of the cheesy little cheap tippers,
Right.
and then a weeder and a culti plow. And what I did this time around was I sold the Fendt and the tipper, got a bigger, it's a new modded tractor that we got. It's a Deutz-Fahr. It's a big tractor. Well, not big tractor, it's like a medium-sized tractor, but I bought a different tipper trailer that holds a bigger capacity. And what I'll do is I'll harvest the canola, sell that as I harvest it, and then hopefully make enough that I can turn around and sell the harvester and the header.
Right.
And get something slightly larger. Because it's not a I mean, the fields are decent size, but the roads, the max you can go on the road is like medium-sized equipment. So.
Well, you can still get a New Holland. It drags behind you. You don't need any
like
special equipment.
A CR1090 is too big for this map. Not too big for the fields, it's too big for the roads.
Why is that? You can drag the...
Because, no, the harvester itself, not the header, the harvester.
The harvester is too big for the roads?
It's too wide for the road. You get stuck.
Wow. That is some thin roads, man.
Yeah.
It's a UK based map, so it's fictional, but it's based out of the UK.
You might as well figure on looking for that opening in the field, because you're not taking that header through that hedge.
Nope. The best thing for this would be like the Class 108 Dominator.
All right.
It's a medium-sized harvester. It doesn't have a large grain tank, but it's bigger than what the Bison's got.
Alright. Oh. So I tell you about my second girlfriend, Tiny?
No.
You're not gonna believe this. You know them square dances?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was at one of them square dances, you know. Standing there, and guys up there in the DJ, you know, thing with the fiddler thing, you know what I mean? And all bands out there, and just, all right, next we'll have a hoedown. I thought it was a dance, and I looked and my girlfriend had fallen over.
That's an old one. I've heard that one before.
Yeah, but she lived it. She lived it. Oh my God. I told you about my second girlfriend, didn't I? Tiny man, go to work, come home, there'd be one hiding in the closet and the other one in the bathroom, and I'm not joking. I mean, she just really liked boys. She liked boys.
About her.
Oh, we're still friends to this day, you know. I'll talk to her and I'll go, yeah, we're good friends. She'll go, we're more than friends. No, not anymore, we're not. Never gonna be again. Not anymore.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Cigarette time, cigarette time. I better save again just to make sure I saved.
I was just out there a little while ago. Just too damn wind's picking up too much out here. 20-something degrees, and it feels like it's 9.
20?
No.
I'm right at 57.2.
Right. So I'm going to be cooling down because if he's a couple degrees cooler than me, it means we're cooling.
Well, next few days we're supposed to go down into the 30s.
Oh.
It's 21 degrees right now. It feels like it's 9 degrees.
Can we still kill the messenger? Because I'm not happy what news Charles just gave me.
Wow. That's like kill the wabbit.
Oh yeah, you know that's right. Kill the wabbit. No, don't throw me in that deep, dark, cold hole. Throw him in the hole, Daddy. Throw him in the hole. That shit still gets me. I remember one time my stepdad was still a corporal in the military, and this is back when he was doing his AIT. And this lady was, causing my mom some problems, and my dad and her dad's, square off in the yard, like it's gonna go down. And the guy just walks up, he's a sergeant, he just walks up and says, man, at ease, corporal, ain't nothing gonna happen here, and the lady goes, yeah, at ease, corporal. I almost punched her husband in the head right there on the spot. 14 years old, man. I almost just tagged him for the hell of it. You need to shut your wife up, man. You need to shut your wife up. My dad may not be able to hit you, but I can.
Wow.
Tiny, I can't tell you how close I came at 14 years old to wrapping myself around that guy's neck and waist and squeeze as hard as I can. Because I might be small. Try getting me off your back. Try getting me off your back. I'll still never forget her voice, man. One of them, screechy women voices.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, at ease, corporal. Oh my God, Tiny, that just went through me sideways. So many, Tiny, think about it, I'm 14 years old. That was 40 years ago. And it's still going through me sideways. Like my poor dad, he can't do anything. My stepdad, it's his military career if he hits him.
Right.
I was like, ain't my military career if I hit him.
Yep.
Oh, 266K. I got one load of barley and one load of soy full, so that's another, 120K, 130K. I gotta save money. I figure once I got $1.5 million, I can do what I want to do, Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter then. I can spend money. Trying to think of a good joke. Other
Hey,
than
Google.
what my wife married. Other than what my wife married. My
Now,
wife
there's a
married a good joke. Nobody's on my channel. Anybody on your channel, Charles?
Just one. Me.
Just one? Alright.
At least ones I know. That I know of. Unless there's somebody lurking.
Mr. Callahan! 20 centimeters of snow and rain last night. I don't like it at all. Well, move south, man. Go south, man. Go south. You're old enough to do what you want to do. I didn't like living in New England. Tiny must have loved it because he moved to an even colder area.
I hated New England.
Oh, you know, New England's a beautiful place to live. The only thing wrong with New England is the politics. If you can get away from the politics, it's a great place to be. You know, but they're out taxing people and forcing people to move.
It, for us, it got to be not only politics, but it was the people were rude as all get out.
That just depends on where you live. You know,
Yeah,
Connecticut always sucked.
When I was growing up, everybody said hello to everybody, and then, you know, as years went on, obviously it changed. People just started being assholes towards one another.
Hey, you got to be down here in the South, man.
No matter how
they still hold
nice,
doors for ladies here.
No matter how nice you tried to be to somebody, it was never good enough.
Like I said, they still hold doors for women here. I wouldn't worry much about Corona, Mr. Callahan. It's got a 99.8% survival rate, man.
Yep. Nothing worse than a severe cold.
They don't have tigers in Africa, bro.
Lions.
Yeah, no tigers in Africa whatsoever at all. That's India. It's India. You're right. I don't want to be eaten by a tiger. I don't want to be eaten by a badger. I'm sorry. I don't want to be eaten by anything. Did you know 11 people? Here's those weird statistics. 11 people every year die in the United States from being attacked by a beaver.
Okay.
A beaver. A beaver kills 11 men every year in the United States.
What the hell is the idiot doing with a beaver?
Well, the beaver gets rabies.
Oh.
And they become highly aggressive.
Well, any animal with rabies gets highly aggressive. You seen
Right.
Cujo?
Yeah, right. We were just talking about Cujo earlier, weren't we, Charles?
Yeah.
That's the second time that's come up today. Maybe I should watch that movie again. Maybe it's a sign.
Around where I live, if the dog gets bitten by a raccoon, that's what normally gives it. Or a possum.
I don't think it could be something to do with heart attacks. I don't know. It was just a strange statistic that I heard about a year or so back. That 11 men every year die in the United States from beaver attacks. Beavers, you know, they're not the smallest creature you would think.
No, they're
Oh,
very
no,
They're bigger than a coon.
They can get big.
Yeah.
They can get up to 40, 50 pounds if they're good eating.
Right, and if they sink their teeth into you, they've got big teeth, bro, that go right through
man.
wood. They can tear you apart.
That'll hurt.
Why do they? That's why they chew on trees and that make them fall.
Yeah. Yeah, beavers are, you know, they're not as harmless as you would think. You know, I would assume a beaver with rabies is every bit as dangerous as a badger, if not more dangerous.
God forbid if you get bit by an armadillo.
Now, granted, I don't want to be standing in heaven and say I got killed by a beaver or a groundhog. That'd be embarrassing. Yeah, how'd you end up here? Killed by a groundhog. Ooh, it's the manly man.
Looked at him the wrong way.
I played that song for my wife tonight, The Battle of New Orleans. Are you in England, Mr. Callahan? Or the United Kingdom? I'm getting a delay, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Fairly sure on that. Battery low. I guess I plugged my phone in.
Remember Pia Zadora? The actress, she did that movie Butterfly?
Nope, never seen it.
No. She won an Academy Award for that, right? And she goes up to accept the Academy Award. And she says, I'd like to thank everyone for, you know, me getting this award, but I effed my way to the top and then walked off the stage.
Man.
That's typical any actress.
Yeah, but she was honest. She was honest.
I don't care how hoity-toity they seem, they all do that.
Yeah, she was honest. She was honest. She was honest. I ain't giving anybody the credit. Now, I wonder when people are going to be done with Oprah Winfrey, man. She's been going on too long now.
She had too many idiots behind her.
Ugh. We should have been done with her 10 years ago.
It's like Whoopi Goldberg. She used to be an epic actress. Then she went like retarded.
I can't even stand her anymore.
Oh God, no. That guy.
Yeah, she bothers my soul now. She reminds me of the Terminator. Not the Terminator. What was that movie? Predator. Dreads. It's the Predator. Do you remember, trying to remember the guy's name, Sam Malone from Cheers? What's his name in real life?
I have no idea. I remember
Charles.
Cheers when I was a kid, but I don't know the actors' names.
What's Sam Malone's name in real life?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you can. He also played Becker. And he's been in a lot of movies. He was also in the Good Place. He played Michael in The Good Place. But anyhow, that guy was dating Whoopi Goldberg for a couple years. And this is going back like 20 years ago. And back when Whoopi Goldberg was actually an actress. And I'm trying to remember if it was David Letterman or Jay Leno. I'm pretty sure it was Jay Leno. Like 90% sure it was Jay Leno. Jay Leno asked me, goes, well, so what was it like dating Whoopi Goldberg? And here's how he started out the conversation. You ready? He said it was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. See you later, Mr. Callahan. God bless, man. Good luck at work, bro. That's pretty bad, man. Throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Wow.
What's the description?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Then he went on and said something like he'd be better off with a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
He got very descriptive, man. He got very
Oh, shit.
Ted Danson, is that his name?
That sounds familiar.
I think that's his name, Ted Danson. How much time you got left, Charles? 10 minutes?
I'm at an hour and 24 minutes.
Wow, you came in way after.
I told you I was running a little late tonight.
Yep.
When I saw what time it was 20 minutes afterwards. I laid down and that was it. All she wrote, lights out.
Yeah, I was running a little late tonight, too. Here's Mrs. Little and Mrs. Late. Mr. Callahan didn't want to touch that Battle of New Orleans song. He wouldn't tell me where he was from. He wouldn't tell me. I wanted to recommend this song to him. Hey, you should listen to this song. It's what us Americans think of the United Kingdom. Doesn't paint a very pretty picture.
I usually don't.
Oh, we whooped their asses, bro. We whooped them big time in New Orleans. Big time. Andrew Jackson whooped them. They called Andrew Jackson Old Hickory.
That's who.
And people get him confused. Yeah, people get him confused with Stonewall Jackson, which is two different people.
Oh, yeah.
Stonewall Jackson fought in the Civil War. He lost his leg, and I think he lost an arm or something, didn't he?
I'm not too sure on that. I know he lost
And he
leg.
died in like 1905. He was after Andrew Jackson. Pretty sure Stonewall Jackson either lost a leg or an arm, or a leg and an arm. Something like that. But he was notorious for being in the lead on the horses, you know, and being in front of the cannons and stuff when they were firing. Like, he wasn't behind the lines, he was always in the front of the lines. Did you know that in the Revolutionary War, a lot of the soldiers were there by force on the American side? Most people don't know that. They think they were all volunteers, and that's not true. Most of them were there by force. Because I was just telling Charles what happened. As a matter of fact, you're from New England. You might know this story. Your family go back in New England at any time, Tiny? You go back a couple hundred years in New England?
On my mother's side, maybe, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Well, we go way back in New England. We popped in there in like 1636, man. But anyhow, the English people came into America after their stamp tax and their tea tax and marched to Concord after we said no, we're not paying it, and killed some of our men up there. So we didn't have time to put an army together, but it pissed everyone off, you know?
Yeah.
And as they were marching back out of the country, there'd be like, you know, 2 or 3 sons and the farmer and the uncle at the farm waiting for them to come, man, and they would just start shooting at them, you know, and kill 10, 12, 15 of them, and then they would lose their lives. And then they'd march down the street, and the next farm would do the same thing, and the next farm would do the same thing. So a lot of the people that wanted to fight and would have fought, you know what I mean, willingly and openly were executed, you know, on that trip. But we killed so many of them that the English people had to hire the Haitians, which were the Germans at the time, to come and fight for them. That's how many we killed on trying to get back out. We picked them off like they were friggin', like they were nothing. Like they were nothing. You know, so we were like mosquitoes on them, but by the time they got down to the bottom where they were able to leave the country again, you know, and get back on their little ships, there weren't that many of them left. Let's put it this way, there's plenty of room on the way back home.
No joke.
Eating was good. Oh, but you know, that's what happened there. You know why we had slavery in the beginning, even though we had a constitution that said all men are created equal? A lot of people don't know this. It's because we already had slavery in America for 150 years, and if we abolished slavery right at the beginning of the Constitution, it would have never got signed. It would have never got ratified. Georgia wouldn't have signed it. North and South Carolina would have never signed it, and Virginia would have never signed it.
Do you know that the first slave owner in the United States was a black man?
That doesn't surprise me.
It is. It's true.
You know, but we had slaves in America for just about since our beginning. You know, and that was the problem. You know, so even though the idea was that all men were created equal, and they meant black and white men and women, you know, by the word man, it's like the Bible. You know, a lot of people think, well, how come it doesn't say women in heaven? Well, because women are men. It's mankind. You know what I mean? They're of the same kind. You know, and they don't understand that concept. The word woman comes from the term man with a womb. One guy said to me, he goes, I don't believe the Bible. I said, well, why don't you believe the Bible, man? He said, because in the Bible it said that if Adam and Eve ate of that fruit, surely they would die. I said, do you see them around anywhere? Do you see them around anywhere?
Say hi to them if you ever find them.
Yeah. Tell them I'd love to meet them, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love to sit down and talk about God with them.
Give them my address. I want to have a chat with those two.
Yeah. I don't even care what they did. Just tell me what the Eden looked like. You know what I mean? What was this earth like before we sinned?
I think they've tracked down the original location in the Garden of Eden.
There's no way.
They finally found Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that they're right about that being Noah's Ark, because it looks right to me. You know, and of course,
so when I say they're pretty sure they tracked down the Garden of Eden, they're only pretty sure. They're not 100% sure.
There's no way they found the Garden of Eden. I'll tell you why. If you read that Bible closely, Tiny, when God put the cherubim angels there, the cherubim angels don't get released until almost all the way through the book of Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still standing there. Nobody's allowed in. Wherever it is, it's still there. But nobody can get in there. Period. You know, end of story. Not gonna happen. And the funny thing is, the tree of life may not even be there still. That might have been taken off the planet completely.
Mm.
That might have been brought down into Abraham's abode. It's unknown. You know what I mean? It could still be in the Garden of Eden. It could be down in Abraham's abode. But there's no way they found the Garden of Eden, bro. We're not allowed. It's still here somewhere. We're just not allowed to it. I mean, how easy could the thing be in Antarctica somewhere, Tiny?
Yeah.
You know? The government wouldn't tell us it's there.
Well, I think it's in Turkey somewhere. Or
Yeah, it's
in that
not.
region.
I mean, it could be tiny, but even if it's there, there's no way we would see it. And even if a man saw it, they'd probably be killed by cherubims instantly. I mean, you do realize that Lucifer, Satan, is a cherubim, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's not an angel, he's a cherubim. Cherubims have 6 wings and 4 faces. They have the face of a bull, the face of a lion, the face of a man, and the face of an eagle. And they fly in straight lines. So, I mean, there's you know, like, an angel, you know, has very little chance against a cherubim. You know, we have 0. I mean, one angel killed 185,000 men in one night, Tiny, in that Bible. 185,000 men in one night. One angel. Which is an important point because when Jesus said he could bring 12 legions of angels when he was up on a cross if he wanted to, that happens to be the exact amount of angels required to kill every man, woman, and child since the beginning of creation to today.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens to be the exact number required. So, you know, God doesn't see time like we do according to that Bible. He sees it more like a chessboard. You know, it's all flat. For him, you know, which is another point that I'll bring up, you know, which make you use your mind a little bit better. It's like Adam and I'm alive right now at the same time. God doesn't see time like we do. He sees it on a flat surface. It's not relevant to him. So people say, well, what about the people that died earlier, you know, that are like in the Old Testament? They get to spend hell longer? Time doesn't work that way there. It doesn't matter if you went in 2,000 years ago or went in tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant. Somebody's gonna watch the end of the stream later and go, what the hell is this guy doing? Yeah, you'd be shocked how many things people don't know about the Bible. Matter of fact, to me, the only 2 things that I think that most people know about the Bible is, 1, an incorrect statement, which says don't judge, because that's not what the Bible says. You're not supposed to break up passages, you know what I mean, into sections like that. It's 1 verse, and the whole verse should be said complete, not partially, because it's a verse. And what it says is, don't judge unrighteously. So it very much tells you to judge. It just tells you to judge righteously.
Yeah, it ain't my place on this earth to judge anybody.
Bullshit.
Nope.
I can
I
prove
don't
it to you
judge
right
people.
now. Really, you don't? So you're driving down the street, right? You're in your nice little, truck or car, whatever it is, and you got your wife in the front seat, and your boys in the back seat, and there's a guy on the side of the street with blood on his shirt and an axe in his hand. You stop and let him in even though he's hitchhiking?
Nope.
You judged him.
That's not judging in my book.
Yes, you judged it. You judged that he's a murderer. You don't know if he's a murderer. You judged him. It's a good judgment, but still. No?
To me, that's just common fucking sense.
Yeah, but it's still judgment. That's called judging righteously, though. You know what I mean? Common sense is judging righteously. You can't help but to judge. I mean, you go to the store, you got a tomato that's falling apart and one that's prime condition. Which one are you going to buy?
Well, I ain't gonna buy the rotten one, that's for damn sure.
Right, exactly. You have to judge. There's no choice. But you have to judge righteously according to the Bible. You know, in other words, if you're going to judge somebody, try to be righteous about it. You know, and good luck on that, by the way. That ain't going to happen. You know, but try. The other one that people seem to know is, Jesus turned water into wine. Jesus turned water into wine. Yeah, can you ferment water? No? Okay, there you go.
Okay. It's what you put in that water that ferments.
Yeah, but if we turn water into wine, what's necessarily to say that it was alcoholic? It didn't have to be. They didn't say it was alcoholic. It said the men were already well drunk. And that they said that this wine tasted better. It didn't say it made them more drunk. It only said that they were already well drunk. And if you're going to make an implication like the men were already well drunk, wouldn't that be an implication that there wasn't fermented?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, I don't know. People confuse me, man.
Who?
Only one guy asked me a question that stumped me, and still to this day it still stumps me. He said, I don't believe in the Bible because Elijah was called bald man, and God took some bears and killed them children. And it's true. What they describe as children, I would assume, you know, somewhere between 12, 14 years old, you know what I mean? Probably in that range. You know, it's an assumption, it doesn't give an age, but I'm sure they weren't 5, you know? And says to Elijah, go up the hill, bald man, go up the hill. Well, they weren't mocking Elijah, they were mocking God, really. Mm-hmm. You know, and God took it personally and wanted to talk to him on the spot. God took it personally. Why? I don't know. It's not the way we are in the New Testament. You know, in the New Testament, you know, Peter and them wanted to kill people for not believing. Now, here's the delusion of that, you know, the eye-opener on how that actually sounds. I go to a guy's house, right? Mm-hmm. I talk to him and his wife and children for a half hour, an hour and a half, whatever it be, about God. They don't want God. They want nothing to do with it. So I leave the house and tell God, well, you know, they don't want anything to do with it. Bring fire down from the sky and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a New Testament thing, is it? It's not really a New Testament. Because we'd all be dead. I mean, let's face it, you know, very few of us accepted the Word of God the first time we heard it. Oh. Man, this truck is dirty.
It's not dirty. I'm driving a harvester with 473 hours on it.
Damn. Can't do that in this game.
Well, you can. And you'd be wasting a shit ton of money.
Oh, hell yeah. Probably cost you more to run the harvester than you make harvesting the field. I don't know how much that would cost. That's 21 hours is usually like the max, man, before it goes into the red.
Well, when you start out, all the fuel tanks and every piece of equipment you have is empty.
Yep.
Everything, all the maintenance on this map, all you have to repair all your equipment. Hell, even the tipper trailer had to be repaired before I sold it.
Wow.
It's one of the few maps that we have on 19.
I've got 73 hours on this map now.
Nice.
I'm halfway to having this map in fairly good shape.
I'm about 20 hours into Switch. Got just over $300,000 from doing contracts.
Nice.
I sold the base game harvester and headers. Upgraded to the smaller, the 2 Ralston ashes.
Yeah.
And then I just been doing contracts. I haven't even bought any property yet.
You're right where I was.
I just broke 305,000 a night, so that's going to be the next step in acquiring new land.
Right. You're exactly where I was when I came back into playing. Remember, I was at 22 hours. It's just about where I was.
Mm-hmm.
I had the new small harvester, the one that you're getting. Or got. You know, and remember I had the 2 Fiat Girl tractors?
Mm-hmm.
And barely any land.
I'm using the newer Zedor tractors, the ones they start you out with.
Yeah.
I think I've got 3 of them.
Yeah, you're gonna start moving fast now. Once you get some land, things start going quicker.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get as many contracts done as possible because that lowers the price of the land when you go to buy it. So.
I'm gonna jump off this stream now so I can talk to you. God bless everyone, past, present, future. Watch the blue boxes, and what the hell are you doing here? Seriously, get a life. God bless. I gained new followers since the last time we talked, Tiny. It looks like 2. I don't know where these followers come from.
They're other PS4 players.
Yeah, I mean, but how do they find me? I have no idea how they're finding me.
When you stream on YouTube, it sends up a notification on it puts your YouTube stream up on PlayStation. So
Yeah.
if I wasn't watching you on my phone, I could go to my main screen on PlayStation, go to Farm Sim 17, and it'll show your streaming on 17 from the PlayStation 4. And
from PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you've seen me on there.
Yeah.
Because I can't find me on there.
Anybody that's watching or is playing Farm Sim 17, they're going to see that you're streaming live on YouTube from 17.
Yeah, because it's right beside your icon on your user ID. It'll tell you whether you're live streaming or not.
Look at these friggin' people. 30,000 views, 27,000 views, 24,000 views, 23,000 views. I'm getting like 6. Well, they must be searching hard because I have to be way down at the bottom, man. There's rows and rows of thousands of views and I'm not getting them. Matter of fact, it stops at 3,000 views. So I ain't getting on there. What the hell is Farmer's Dynasty? Anybody know what that is?
It's a game?
It's a very detailed, well, not detailed, but it's a more in-depth version of Farm Sim. You inherit your, oh, excuse me, you inherit your uncle's farm,
Right.
and you have to repair you actually have to repair like the greenhouse and the house and the barns.
Everything.
You have to do odd jobs for other people to acquire equipment like a plow, a harvester, a tractor.
Right.
And you have to find a wife, settle down, get married, have a kid.
Is it better than Farm Sim?
It's not better than Farm Sim, but I own it. It's an interesting game to play.
Alright.
And if it doesn't catch your interest right away, you probably feel like you wasted money. But it caught my
Hey,
interest
Sarge.
right away.
How
It's
are
just
you
I don't
doing
play
on
it a
this
lot.
fine day?
Hey, Charge, what's going on, man?
Yes, that is Tiny. You heard right.
I'm just in chat. I'm a bum tonight.
Oh, a lot of Japanese people.
He says he's doing good.
Mm-hmm. Good to hear, Sarge. Good to hear, man. There's a lot of German and Japanese people that stream this game.
Oh, my. Let's see where we're at on this.
Oh, well, I ain't nowhere close to where I need to be. Shit, why did I think that was there? Huh. Damn it. I gotta back out of this tiny-ass farm.
Yeah, I was watching Granny the other night on Land Down Under. She said she wasn't going to do 17 again.
Yeah.
Gotta keep going. Alright. Do it again. That's a farm there too, no shit. I wonder if I remember. That's good.
I swear we'd all have over 1,000
Yeah,
subs
I
right
can
now.
imagine using small gear on that map.
Oh, look at somebody else.
What's that on, bud?
I said I'm swearing that if I had somebody else go on my following list just now, I swear that if Farming 19 was better, we'd all have over 1,000 subs right now. If it was as popular as 17 was.
There's still a lot of people that stream 17 on Twitch. It's hit or miss on the days though, because some days you can have 15 people streaming 17 on Twitch, and there are all sorts of different languages and whatnot, and then you'd have nights that there's only one person or nobody streaming on Twitch on 17.
Right.
$27,000 for my first ever canola. Not bad. It wasn't even a full tipper.
What is this setting over here? Ah, my cedar.
I'm getting a good collection of games now that I got for free.
Yeah, we got a decent selection of games from the free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is. I totally agree with you there.
See, I got 81 games now.
Nice.
Which reminds me, anybody check to see if this month's games came out yet?
No, I haven't. I typically forget.
I'll look right now.
I really haven't paid that much attention to it.
I'm looking.
Well, hurry up, man. You're wasting your damn time.
I don't know, was Just Cause 4 last month?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Rocket Arena?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, that's Rocket League, right? Season 2 or whatever it was.
And Worms Rumble.
Worms Rumble. Yeah, that's last month.
Yeah, that's last month.
This didn't come in yet.
Trying to take the damn fences.
What the hell is Spotify?
Spotify's a music.
It's a radio app.
Oh.
You can download it for free to the PlayStation and listen to music, whatever. But you get commercials unless you pay to not get commercials.
Right.
And
I got YouTube. I can listen to anything I want to.
Yep.
They're gonna have to offer something better. Tiny, you didn't send me a thing about one of your communities yet.
Oh no, I thought I invited you to that. Give me 1 second.
I'm showing no.
Let's see here.
I'm showing no invitation to anything yet.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Damn it.
Oh, I'm about out of seed.
Oh, wait a minute. I got one from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That's not you, is it?
That's not me, no.
Right.
Oh.
I'm still waiting for notification. It hasn't come yet.
How do you add people? Oh, there we go.
That's a good idea. I think that's what I'm gonna do after I'm doing my stream. Take a nap.
I'll invite you to all 3 of them, all man. If I can find you.
I invited you to the big community I mod, didn't I?
I don't know.
I'll send you an invitation. I'm the lead mod in this community. Have been for years now. Invite players to join this club. I'll send one to Necro Charles too.
Here's one of them. This would have been my very first community. On that one. That's 15, but it's up to you if you want to join that.
The very first community I joined was joining halls. Then it went from there. I will take a look at that as soon as the stream is over.
The newest one.
Got about
The
3
last
minutes.
one you'll get from me is the newest one I have.
Alright, I don't want canola in this field. I took canola off this field. So
They got 19 members in that one now.
we'll put oilseed radish in here.
22 in that one now.
I don't have a lot in each one, so
Hey, doesn't matter. And 35 in that one now. Dun, dun, dun. You're too many moderators, man.
Who, me?
Yeah. 35 people with 4 mods is too many.
Yeah, the moderators I have, I trust them, so.
It's not that. It's not a matter of trust or not. Let me get rid of these. Alright.
More mankind says. You know, if I didn't have to spend my stimulus check on other bullshit, I'd be buying a PS5.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Keep up to date with the consoles. So. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, that's my house. Yeah, that's my house right there. So, get the new fuel from here. This Deutz fire tractor I bought is a right-hand drive. It's pretty wild. Top speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Yeehaw!
Going to town now.
Yeah.
Get there in a couple days. Get there.
Yeah.
Just about there. Yeah, it's evening. I'm in the game.
Well, this
Just
is
about
where I'm
halfway
going to
down
wrap
the
it
field.
up. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by, that dropped by. Sarge, and
Crash Smash. Damn.
John Brock, and Jonathan Greenwald.
Oh, do you remember Tim O?
No.
And
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna
Tim.
say, Auf
I
Wiedersehen.
don't know a Timo.
Yeah, you do know Tim. He said